Okay, I want to show you how to do a tolerance block. Just real simple, easy way of doing this. We'll go to Sketch. Again, you got to be in the background where you're working on the border. And I'm just going to create a rectangle from this corner over. Actually, sorry. What you want to do, so you know what size rectangle to make, is go to Annotation and create the text. I'm going to click a position over here, and I'm going to type in plus or minus. Now, if you don't know the plus or minus, you can go to Google search, type in alt codes. I like to type in alt codes for math. And I use this one here called alt codes math. And it shows you here where to get the plus and minus symbol here. You got to use the number pad on your keyboard. So if you have a laptop, I don't know how to do this. Alt 241 is how you get plus or minus to show up on a regular desktop keyboard, because you need to do it on the number pad. You hold the Alt button down and type in 241 and it'll give you this symbol. So again, when I go to CATIA or Word, I think you could do it in Word and copy paste it over from Word, but I'm going to hold Alt button down and I'm going to type in the number pad 248. No, that's degrees. Oh, what happened there? I'm going to click a spot, type in Alt 241, 0.1 equals point X. No, I did that backwards. Sorry. It's X equals Alt 241.1, and it's a point X. What that means is if a drawing has a decimal to one place, it is tolerance of plus or minus 10 thousandths. Okay, I'm going to hit Shift Enter to get a second line going and type in point XX equals Alt 241. 0.03. That means two-place dimension is 30th tolerance. Okay, and I forgot to put tolerance there. So you're going to type in tolerance block. I forgot to do Shift Enter. Shift Enter. Shift Enter. And then, oh dang, I keep forgetting to hit the Shift. Shift Enter. Point XXX equals 0.0. No. Alt 241. 0.010. Shift Enter. 0.1234 equals Alt 241. 0.0050. Select OK. I'm going to move this over a bit. Okay, there's actually one for angle too. It's a ½ degree angle, but oh, what happened to my point? Now that you have the tolerance block in there, you can simply create a sketch and go to rectangle on the features. Create a rectangle that starts at that corner and goes around that tolerance block you just created. and then hit escape, and that's all there is to adding the tolerance block. So what this is saying, now what I got to do is get this aligned better. All my equals should be lined up more accurate. No. Oh, yeah. Why is that doing that? Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So you'll see all my dimensions are 2 places. On an ANSI type drawing, all ANSI drawings are 30 thou. Okay. And the reason why they're 30 thou tolerance is because the dimensions are 2-place callouts. So according to this chart, if it's a 2-place callout, the tolerance on it is 0.03. Okay. So if it's 3-place callout, if I want to tighten the tolerance, so for example, if that slot was more crucial, I could add another 0 to the 2, and the distance from the 2-inch tolerance would now be a tolerance of plus or minus 0.01, which would mean the greatest distance that slot could be would be 2.01, and the smallest it could be is 1.99. If it wasn't within that range, then they would scrap the part and try again. And we don't want to be doing that because that's a pretty tight tolerance. So 30 thou tolerance is pretty good if there's not a specific reason to tighten it up. Let's not make it harder and more expensive than it should be. All right. If for some reason this thickness here had to be right dead nuts on, you could tighten the tolerance to 4 places, which means you would have 4 zeros here. If I had 4 zeros here, that would mean that this could be 3.005, which is barely at all over 3 inches. And the least you could have is 2.995. So that's a really tight tolerance if you put that to 4 places. So a drawing that's an ANSI spec will call off 2 places typically and want 30 thou tolerance. If they change the decimal precision on any one of these dimensions, that would mean that those dimensions are working to a tighter tolerance. Okay, once we're done here, we can click and go to Properties. No, not Properties, did it again. Right click on this, Sheet 1, and go to Edit Sheet Background. Turn off the frame. I'll just kind of zoom up on that. And that's this part here. Now sometimes that blue thing doesn't go there. The axis. Let's try and do an edit sheet again. Make sure that blue axis is there and then save your model, and then you're ready to print it on a PDF. So I'm going to go ahead and save it for good measure so I don't lose it. It might behoove you to save more often than you're watching me save. Okay? Whatever you don't save, you may have to redo. I'm seeing a potential error that people might make. When you're doing this view here, make sure you got your dimensions so that you don't do something like that where I'm going through the chamfer. Make sure I'm coming off at a different angle where that doesn't get affected. This chamfer is actually in 2 places. I got to click on this. Let's go to Properties. find value. Whoops. Find value. Okay. Let's do it another way. See that red triangle? I'm going to click on that red triangle and I'm going to type in 2x, meaning that there's two places where I have a chamfer. Notice it went right through that horizontal line, so I got to click on that and move it over. And I'm still not getting that half degree. Why is that not at half inch? I'm just tabbing through here to see if there's something goofy I'm missing. There's my text. Dimension text is where I could have also typed in the 2x. I'm not seeing why I don't see it under value. Oh, it's under the tab chamfer. Sorry, I keep looking here. This one up here is the main one. We got to change this one to numDinkit. Apply that. See, every once in a while, even I forget what I'm doing. So that's why it's helpful to go through the tabs and just kind of hunt and seek through the tabs. All right, this drawing is complete now, and we're ready to make a print of it. Remember, go to Fit All In, save in that environment. Again, I didn't do this, but you got to add that flag note. You got to edit your text in the title block and the rev block. Save it for good measure, and that's it.